Welcome to FX Street. Thank you for joining us. Before we're going to talk about SafeMoon, but before we dive into that, we'd really encourage you to head on over to YouTube, join our channel by hitting that subscribe button, and also follow us on Twitter at FXS Crypto. Taking a look at this dumpster fire that is SafeMoon. Can't even get this data on TradingView because it doesn't offer this exchange. And by the way, I'm only using Gate.io because it has the, it's a little bit better than a lot of the other exchanges and DeFi spots that offer it. But this is not an endorsement of them. I don't use them personally. Not overly I'm familiar with them, but I don't use them. Anyways, that's out of the way. I did an article on this yesterday and talked about this inverse head and shoulders pattern. This is the 4-hour Ichimoku chart. Talked about a neckline break that would position it above the Tenkan Sen and the Kijun Sen. And, the target was up at this 1618 retracement that it got close to, but didn't quite hit. And talked about how, inverse head and shoulders patterns, they have head and shoulders patterns in general. If you read Thomas Bulkowski's work, they have a very high profitability rating, except they also have a very high rejection rating. And one of the other behaviors with any head and shoulders pattern is that when the neckline is broken, there's often a retest of that level to confirm it as an area of support or resistance. In this case, support. That failed. So a lot of conservative traders, what they do is, they don't go long on the initial break of the neckline. They wait for that pullback or that throwback to test it in order to go long or short. In this case, people would have, longs would have waited to go long if there was confirmation that the neckline held, but it didn't. Instead, it fell down below, and structurally, nothing's really changed. There hasn't been a continuation move below this level. The head and shoulders pattern is pretty much over there. It's really just fallen back into the support structure that it was holding before. And these are the same kind of lows it's held since really the beginning of this chart. This is SafeMoon shifted into like a new chart a little while ago. But that 0.0014 zone, that is the low of this range, and the high of the range is not up here, but definitely within that 0.0018 level. As far as trade direction here, who knows? It's very much a choppy environment. SafeMoon doesn't really display anything that shows it's going to diverge from the broader market. So the chop that we see in the the majors, the high market cap cryptos, likely to be reflected here the same way, unless there's some type of random spike higher. As far as downside movement below 0.14, it's that would put it in price discovery mode, and who knows how low it could go. We don't have a lot of price history to go off of. We could do some fib expansions to check it where it would put it down at 0.0009 or something like that. And upside potential, if it does break out above 0.0018, more than likely it'll get halted again at 0.0022. A lot of this is just, from your baby's first book in technical analysis. There's just really not a whole heck of a lot of stuff to go off of. From a relative strength index perspective, it's still in bear market conditions. It moved up, interestingly, to hit 65. So when the RSI shifts into bear market conditions, the overbought levels are 55 and 65. It hit 65, and that is where it's faced that weakness. So the two oversold levels in bear market conditions are at 30 and 20. The composite index is back in neutral territory, or not composite index, the percent BIAs. It's just choppy. It's just a big old chop zone. Really nothing else to say about it other than that. And I will just end it there. And, if something changes, we'll update it. But from all of us here at FX Street, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to join us on our YouTube channel and Twitter, and like and subscribe. Thank you.